The Lightning Process podcast. Using the tools of the mind-body connection for health and happiness.
Hi, welcome to this Lightning Process podcast. I'm Dr. Phil Parker, and today I'm going to be talking about flourishing. Now, flourishing is a term that many people are not that familiar with. You know, we have the idea of, oh, he's flourishing at school, or the plants are flourishing in the garden, or my career is flourishing. But it's actually a technical term from the field of positive psychology, and it's very important in the lightning process. In the lightning process, we say the big part of the lightning process journey is to move from stuck, which means the things you want to change are not changing. You keep on coming against the same obstacles, whether they're physical health, emotional well-being, your career, your life, whatever it is. You keep on getting stuck. The same stuff seems to be happening. You can't find a way through. So moving from that, whatever that is in your life, to flourishing. So what do we mean by flourishing? Well, flourishing really means living a life that you consider to be a good life, based on whatever your criteria are for that. But they've done a lot of research into this, looking at what does that mean? So the origins of this is in positive psychology in about the late 80s. They started to look at the research and the psychologists, and they noticed there was loads and loads of research on depression, psychopathy, schizophrenia, anxiety, all that kind of stuff. But there was hardly any research at all on happiness. I thought this is, that research into pathology is useful, but actually most people don't have those problems. Most people have issues around happiness. So maybe we should do some more research into happiness. So this is where positive psychology began. It's like, well, can we understand this better and help people to learn a structured, researched way to become happy? So they looked at happiness, and they realized that happiness itself is quite a difficult thing to measure. And there are two types of happiness. One is called hedonic happiness, which is just like partying all the day, eating as much pizza as you can, living in the sunshine, just doing things that are purely about you. And the other is eudaimonic. And eudaimonic happiness is this idea of doing something that is fulfilling, that in somehow makes you feel like you're making a difference. And flourishing is very much the combination of hedonic and eudaimonic. So all aspects of a life well lived, because it turns out that just having a hedonic life where you're just enjoying yourself doesn't actually work in terms of happiness. Equally, having a life that's just about serving other people and never actually taking care of yourself is not a balanced life either. So flourished is this ability to both be doing things that bring you joy and give your life a sense of purpose and meaning. And the lightning process is all about that. How do we help you to move from where you're stuck into a life which is a good life by your own definition, but a life that gives you this sense of, I am not only having fun and having a great life, but I feel like I'm contributing to other people's lives. And as I'm talking this, the sun is coming out, and you may see there's a blind. It's shining little, if you're watching the video of this, shining little pieces of dark and light over me. And flourishing talks about this. It talks about how do we move through the ups and downs of life? How do we find the best way to deal with what is, to help other people on the way, to make sure we're taking care of ourselves and taking care of other people, but that there's a balance in it. So think about flourishing. Where are you flourishing in your life? Where is your life not flourishing? And where your life is not flourishing is where you're stuck. With the lightning process, one of the things we're looking at is how do we help people to move into more flourishing lives? So I hope you find that interesting. Think about flourishing over the next week.
The Lightning Process podcast. Using the tools of the mind-body connection for health and happiness.